Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. And shalom to sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. It's Brother Nathan coming out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. And I want to bring out this article from, time.com, Time magazine and whatnot. But this is from, October 18th of 2007. All right. So 2007, hell, I was in, let's see here. Yeah, I think I was in middle school, getting ready to go to high school. And, and this article says, it's over a tech conversation. It's a tag, you're it. All right. And this is going into the, RFID chip and, just reading it, just listening to the mindset. And here it is, 2024, as we're getting closer to this becoming a mandatory thing. All right, so this is back in 2007. All right, so hey, let's get right into it. It says, you've probably never seen an RFID tag, but chances are there's one within 10 feet of you. An RFID tag, it stands for radio frequency identification. It is a tiny device consisting of a very small chip attached to a very small antenna. The chip is no great shakes, but it doesn't have to be. It just stores one very large number. When the RFID tag hears a particular radio signal, it responds by broadcasting back the number in its chip. That's its entire purpose in life. Some prototype RFID tags are about the size of a grain of ground pepper. Wow. They don't do much, but that doesn't stop RFID tags from being incredibly useful in ways that range from the mundane to the sinister. They're like barcodes on steroids because you can read them at a distance. They're getting so cheap that manufacturers basically need a reason not to put them in things. Most people know RFID, if they're aware of it at all, as the technology behind cash-free highway tolls, but it goes way beyond that. Retail giants like Walmart use RFID tags for inventory management to help keep track of exactly what is precisely where in their vast tentacular supply chains. Walmart announced earlier this month that it had RFID-enabled forklifts in 975 of its North American stores. RFID tags are embedded in tires. They're in library books, in credit cards, and lift tickets. The military uses them to track assets in Iraq. The Venetian casino that just opened in Macau puts an RFID tag in each of its chips. As of January 1st of this year, every U.S. passport contains an RFID tag to make them machine scannable and more forgery proof. Helpful hint, if you are worried about someone snooping on your RFID passport remotely, you can wrap it in foil, crazy person style. It says RFID isn't new technology. Its lineage can be traced back to World War II when the Allies used a similar principle to tell friendly aircraft from foes. But RFID got a boost in the late 1990s when two MIT professors hit on RFID tags as a way to help robots see the physical objects around them. That's the genius of RFID. It's a way to make the ordinary physical world of people and objects visible to the virtual world that computers inhabit. It maps real space onto virtual space so the two worlds can talk to each other. And mind you, here in 2024, we're talking about, the Internet of Things, where everything is tied in, from your vehicle to your microwave, your refrigerator, your washer and dryer, your phones, everything's just tied into each other. Air conditioning system, passwords, whatnot, So this is here in 2007, and obviously they've had this technology for a long time, obviously in military use, right? So how much more are we getting here in 2024? So we'll continue. It says, which is exciting, but also a bit scary for anyone who doesn't want to be mapped. For RFID tags are just as useful for tracking living organisms as they are for tracking library books. Vets have been implanting RFID chips in pets for years, and there's a NASDAQ traded company called VeriChip that manufactures RFID chips. Specifically for use in human beings. And this company is still around. That VeriChip company is still live and well, by the way. The idea being that the chips would provide a quick and reliable way to store and retrieve emergency medical information. VeriChip is also marketed in South America as a way to track kidnap victims. Look at that, see? But it's not hard to imagine more Orwellian scenarios in which prison inmates or even immigrants would be tagged with RFID implants. See, and that's what they've been talking about here recently, with the border crisis. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the Northern Kingdom, all right, you so-called Latin tribes, those are the 12 tribes of Israel, hey, are going to be really, if they haven't been already, getting implanted, But see, it's all part of the process. But here, once again, just the amazement of, hey, this article came out in 2007. All right. It says, to make it easier for the government to monitor them. Bizarre as it sounds, these ideas have been floated seriously enough that earlier this month, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, possibly flashing back to the tracking implant he had in his nose in Total Recall, formally banned the forced implementation of RFID tags in humans in the state of California. And that just a few years ago, the state of Indiana, here in Indianapolis where we live, in other states around the world, like 2, maybe 3 years ago, we're all coming out with legislation saying that employees, can't force a RFID chip. And why is that? Because the conversation is this is where the world is going to go to. Especially in this NWO, this New World Order, with a cashless society, which this society is close to cashless as it is. I mean, majority of people don't have money. They don't use paper dollars, okay? If I'm not mistaken, the figures are like maybe 15, 20% of people use cash nowadays, around the world. Okay, we'll continue. It says, the cheaper RFID tags get, the more ambiguous they'll become. But personally, I envision a slightly more benign future, one in which the trend of human implantable RFID tags merges with the online social networking craze. What if all the information in your Facebook profile were tucked snugly into a tiny RFID-like chip, embedded, say, in the ball of your thumb? Your RFID-enabled cell phone could beep every time you walk past somebody 2 degrees of separation or less from you, or who had the same favorite novel you do, or who liked to play Scrabble and wasn't doing anything later. Nightmare or utopia, you decide, and invest in RFID or aluminum foil accordingly. See? That aluminum foil, that's to make mockery, make that joke, tin hat wearing people, right? We would be considered in the world as some tinfoil type people, right? Because we believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua ultimately, which Yahweh means he saves or he delivers, who the world ignorantly calls God. Bashim means in the name, and Yahweh Shai means he saves or he delivers, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua in the Paleo Hebrew, hey, this is a true name that you must be saved by. And guess what? We call upon that name, those names, through faith. All right, because only the true elect are gonna believe in those names. Okay. So yeah, you see what's going on. Like this has been a long time in the making. I'm gonna get this Revelation 13-16, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. You're not gonna be able to take part of the new society that's getting set up All right, unless you have this mark, right? And this ain't no spiritual mark. This ain't no this is physical. All right, because if you give me a second here, because you go into that word mark. This is what the charagma. All right, that's a physical insertion. All right. Then you go into what karax, right? The root word of the charagma is karax, all right? And that's the device used, all right, will be used to implant, all right? There's no difference than, a servant, getting an awl in his ear, pierced through, and marked, saying, you know who you're a servant to, all right? So that's why that's still gonna be the ultimate temptation. All right, is that mark the MOT to the B. All right, that charagma. All right, that RFID chip. So who you gonna serve? All right, you gonna serve Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, or you gonna serve Esau Edom, the so-called white man, in his system? Because you gotta remember, man. Hey, you gonna serve the Most High, or you gonna serve Mammon? You gonna serve money? You gonna bow down and take it? All right, are you just gonna stand stiffly for Yahweh Hashem El Shai? Because what does Matthew 6 say? It says, verse 19. It says, lay up not for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right. That's why you got to submit yourself to Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah, come back to his law, statute, commandments to the best of your ability, put forth the effort for the Lord, and to serve him. All right. If you're a man, able-bodied man, hey, you learn this truth and you get out there and preach and teach this truth. All right. To the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. Ultimately to what? The elect. All right. Because it's all about the elect. Because 2/3 of you Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans got to be put to death, man. And you're going to be the ones that are going to bow down to the system and willingly take this chip. See, majority of people, they're going to line up for this chip. When all hell starts breaking loose, and because Esau Edom, with his craftiness, coming with that order out of chaos, they cause the chaos and then they bring the order. Problem, action, solutions, all right? Which, guess what? At the end of the day, this is all Yahweh Bashim El Shai. All right, he's the ultimate chess master. He's the one moving the pieces on the board. So, hey, like Apostle Harv breathed out. Hey, this is the Most High's chip. All right, this is Yahweh Bashim El Shai's microchip. But it's not for the benefit of his people. It's for the destruction of those who aren't gonna serve the Lord, man. They want to serve their own belly. All right, they want to stay in this carnal ass world, and they want to. They're in that same spirit as Esau, that their generation is gonna continue forever here on this side. They don't want the kingdom, man. 2/3 don't want the kingdom. Because it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right. So if you up here, you're all invested in this society. You're invested in your woman and your house and cars and your career, and you're trying to establish yourself, for long term. Not saying there's anything wrong with, getting a little money and, taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But you see the difference. You see the ones that serve Yahweh Bashim Shai, because just like in the same chapter, Matthew 6 chapter, what, all we truly need is what? Our daily bread. We just, enough for us to take care of. Now the Lord will bless us, and guess what? Those will be tests. Use that. Use them blessings to help bless other brothers too. And this, and it says, I'm gonna jump down to verse 24, it says, Matthew 6 and 24, no man can serve two masters, for they either will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh Bashim El Shai and Mammon. So just like Jake, think they're gonna be slick. Well, I'll get the chip, and hey, I'm gonna get the chip so I can help other brothers. I'll be that guy, but nah, man, you ain't gonna be able to do both. All right, because that you gonna have that sword, and ultimately that shit, the Lord's gonna kill your fucking ass, man. You ain't about to. Well, let me get the chip, and then I'm gonna rip that out, man. No, Esau Edom, man, they're gonna have probably some. Just speaking as a man, some type of self-destruct tool, baby, where you can't take that motherfucker out or it'll kill you if it, gets taken out, Because remember, they've been working on this for years. This technology's been around since World War II and more. All right. And here, once again, in this article, 2007, here it is talking about the same things that are going on right now. All right. As this article is talking, these things have progressed, all right, to this point, almost what? Damn near 20 years later, right? All right, so 17 years ago, it's relevant today, and it's at the peak of this system coming into play with these RFID technology, all right? So I didn't want to make this too long, Lord willing, I remember to put this article in the group, in the comment box, but if not, just type in Google, Time magazine, you see it, tag you or it, or just put RFID, it'll pop up first thing. So with that, I pray that was edifying to the elect. I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Kwame